Okay, you guys, shout out to the first 5 comments on my most recent video. Thank you so much for having your post notifications on. And shout out to everybody who tagged me in a post on Instagram of them watching my video. So if you want to know how to get a shout out in my next video, all you have to do is take a screenshot or a picture of you watching this video, tag me on Instagram, and you'll be featured. But first, please make sure that you've already liked and are subscribed to me before taking this screenshot. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this one.
I don't know when we'll bounce up again, so let me take a little thing until then. So long I see you, give me a wine now.
Today I will be showing you guys how to do your thumbnails. Put your phone sideways. Right now. Sideways. You need to see me. We're getting into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into my gallery and I'm going to choose a picture. So I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to favorite it. The first thing that I do is I go to Facetune. I go to Facetune2. So the first thing that I'm going to do is retouch. And that has just a whole bunch of different options. What I like to do, especially if I'm in the picture, I like to slide over to structure. And I like to go over my eyes and my brows. It just kind of makes it darker. And my lips. Next, I like to slide over to heel. And what I do, you see that lace? We don't want to see the lace. So I'm just going to tap it. And try and act like this is our scalp. So again, we're going to look at the hairline. We're going to do the before and after. Before, after, before, after. Just do whatever you want with Facetune. I suggest you guys play around with it. Now that I feel like this is fine, I'm just going to save it. And then we're going to go to this app, SuperimposeX. So this is how I do my outline. So when you get to the app, there's going to be a big plus at the bottom. You're going to want to press that. This is the most recent picture. What we're going to do is leave it and we're going to press the check. Here at the bottom, you want to press in the very middle, there's an option that says mask. We're going to click that. And then at the very right, it says mask tool right above editor. We're going to click mask tool and you can select auto mask people. And what this does, it just crops the human out. Sometimes this happens. You just want to click erase here at the bottom and bring yourself back because apparently I'm an alien. And to just get that back, what you want to do is you could just press restore and that would just restore the pixels, and you could just restore basically just means erase. So I'm just going to erase all those little things. Dun, dun, dun. There's also an option here in the mask. You could click mask tool and this option right there. Did you guys see which one that was? That one. And that one is just like a little... Oops, I meant to press restore. You want to press restore before doing that. And you can just go. This is just like a lasso. Like whatever you circle or whatever gets caught in the web, it erases. You guys see that? So this is if you want to get more precise. Like for example, if I didn't want that there between my fingers, I could just, and then it can be gone. But this is a very tedious process and you don't really need to do all of this, but I'm just showing you guys what you can do. So this is us right now. So you guys see it's a PNG image, which just means that the background is going to be whatever you put behind it is going to be see-through. That's our picture. So what we're going to do now is go to our photos, go back to the picture, and I'm going to crop it to 16:9, which is the thumbnail size for YouTube. Then I'm going to go back to SuperimposeX. What I'm going to do is press that plus sign right on the right. I'm going to press the plus sign, photo layer, select that, and I'm going to click the check. And here at the bottom, I'm going to press right before mask. You see where it's blue in the middle? Right to the left of it, I'm going to click transform, and that means that you could size it, whatever. So I'm just going to size it. I'm going to go like this. You guys see? You could top and bottom layer it, whatever. Since I want the PNG image on the top, I'm going to put it on the top. So basically all I did, you guys, in case I was a little bit confusing, I just added another picture. So if you guys remember, I didn't crop the original picture because I wanted to mask outline the full thing, and I cropped the second picture just so that I could put what I masked on top of the YouTube's measurements. So all we have are two pictures. One is a PNG image and the other one is not. The PNG image is now at the top. So at this point, now that we have the image and you guys can see the background is transparent, whatever, life's good. Hold on, let me just make the background a little bit straight because she wasn't straight. Okay. I want to click Tools, which is right above Transform. Tools is right here. So you see, and we're going to slide over. Right above Transform, you guys see that? It says Mask Outline. This is how I outline all my thumbnails. And you could see how thick you want it, how thin you want it. You can choose the color by clicking it, and then just, you know, you can actually choose whatever color you want. So yeah, I'm gonna go with white. So now clicking Transform again, because it doesn't work unless you press Transform. I want to make sure that this is in the corner. And now we're going to select the bottom picture. So you see we got the top. Now I'm going to select the bottom. And 2 hops over, I'm going to select Filter, and I'm going to select Blur. And you could, there's like a little swipey thing, and you can see how much you want to blur it. I don't want that much. So after I'm done with Filter, I'm going to move over to Editor, and right above Transform, I selected Color Fill. And that is just fills in the color of whatever picture that you're on. So here I'm just playing around with the color because as I said, this was real time and I really didn't know what kind of background that I wanted yet. So you're just going to see me play around with the color. So this is the finished look, and next to Editor we're going to select Filter, and I selected Blur, but that was an accident. So instead we're going to switch over to Effects. And I really kind of wanted like a neon yellow, so really I'm just playing around with the effects, and that's FX23. And yeah, right here I'm just playing with the colors because like I said, that's FX48 now. I'm just playing around with the colors because I really didn't know which one that I wanted to choose. So I guess that's the one that we settled for. So I like the way that it is now, and I'm going to save to my photos, and then I'm just going to go over to Phonto. I'm going to click the camera at the bottom. I'm going to go to Photo Albums, which is the second option. Then I'm going to click to Recents, and then here we are. You could just add your text, so like how I edit my thumbnails. And this is really easy, so you could edit the size, style. So text would be white, black, or whatever color you'd like. I'm going to keep it white, and for stroke I'm going to do black. And at the very, very, very bottom where it says width, that can be how thick or thin you want the outline, and I'm going to put it at about 8, 9 for now. And then at the very top, you guys see beside color, which we're at now, you can select style. And that is where I do the shadows. So I don't know if you guys can see that. You could just change the shadows or whatever. And I usually go for white shadows. And you could change how you want the shadow too with these options here at the bottom. So how I edit my thumbnails. So this part I actually sped up because this just wasn't the finished result. But basically I'm just adding text, and like I said, playing with the outlines and everything. So what you will see is me going on to SuperimposeX logo, and I'm just looking up the logos because I'm going to save it to my camera roll, and I'm going to do the same thing for Phonto and Facetune2. And I'm just going to add it to the picture, but you will see me do all of this again in the next clip in slower motion. But like I said, I just wanted to show you guys the first draft. So for some reason I don't know, I think the yellow is throwing me off, so I'm gonna go back to superimpose. And instead of selecting a new picture by selecting the plus, we're going to select the draft that we had with the yellow background. And right now I'm in filter, and I selected colors, and literally I'm just playing with it just to see what color I feel goes best with the picture that I have there. And I was set to green. So you will see me select green, and then I'll save the picture, and then we're going to go back to Phonto to add the text and everything, and then I will show you guys exactly what I did. So we're back at Phonto, and again you want to select the camera and photo albums, second option again, and add the picture with the green background. So literally I'm just typing out what I want my caption to be, which is how I edit my thumbnails, and I'm going to press done, and then I'm going to select style, and it brings us back to the same page. So all I do is edit the width, I go to style, and I do the shadows, and that's really how I do all of my text. So throughout this video, when the text portion comes up, I'm going to fast forward through it. And when you are on a text page, when you swipe over, there's an option for curve, and you can just curve it. So then I figured I wanted to change the background, and that literally just changes the background color. It's kind of like a block over the words. So you just select what you want to do, and then it should be an option for background, and you can choose the color and whatnot. Now selecting the three dots on the bottom left hand side, I'm going to go back into my gallery and just add a photo. There's an option to add image, and that's what I did, and I'm going to add the image of the logos of the apps that I use, starting with Facetune and so on and so forth. And right here I was just changing the color to kind of match the colors on the logo. So for Facetune2 it's kind of like a bright blue, so I would do that for Facetune2. Going into superimpose, I'm going to edit the size, of course, just so that it's not so huge, and literally I'm just playing around with this app, trying to see what goes good with what. So I'm just moving things around to see what looks most appealing to the eye. And eventually for the SuperimposeX, I changed the color from yellow to orange because I felt like that looked more visible. And this is my thumbnail. And that's how I do it. So you guys, that is how I made this thumbnail, and if you missed part 1, then please go check it out. It will be in the YouTube tips and tricks playlist. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment any video ideas. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and put your post notifications on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Can't believe that is you. So long I see you.